hearing first?
In the public hearing first, it's fine.
Okay.
So we've got that public hearing, and we got a notice of public hearing that's coming up, so we can do that later.
Okay. We'll begin our road and bridge with the public hearing. I'll begin by reading the notice. Public hearing will be held on Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023 at 10 a.m. in the Bonneville County Commissioner's Office at 605 North Capitol Avenue, Idaho Falls, Idaho, at which time the Board of Commissioners will meet to consider changing fees for the 2022 and 2023 fiscal year. The fee schedules and adjustments will not result in the increase of anticipated property taxes over the amount previously levied. There was a schedule of those fees. I don't know if we want to go through them and have you explain why, just kind of as a summary. And this was published March 17th and 14th, 2023 in the Post Register. So why don't you give us an explanation? I don't know if Lance, if you can do that, or Blair, of why you feel like the fee.
I mean, we can both kind of talk about it. I don't know if there's specific ones in specific question. One of the ones that was added on here is the mixed loads hauled to Peterson Hill. Currently it's $38 a ton, and we're proposing $40 a ton, or $200 per load. Part of that is in response to a significant increase in some of these mixed loads going up there. Some of these loads are material that we don't necessarily want to go across the scale, and because of smell or some other things. So that was one of the significant reasons.
Give me an example.
Hides.
Hides?
Hides from the buffalo packing plant. We don't necessarily want to run them across the scale in the middle of summer. And so it would be $200 a load versus $40 a ton.
And this is up on the hill.
This is up on the hill. So it's mixed loads from down here going directly to Peterson landfill.
We didn't have a per load fee before.
We did not have a per load, we had a per ton fee.
We did have a per load, and it was $25 for a mixed load. So it's a substantial increase.
Well, unless they have 5 ton.
Yeah. And it's an option. I mean, if they want to come and weigh, they can weigh, and the reason we gave it both options is because some of these cans are on the south side of town, so it's closer to Peterson, and they know they're mixed, so they got to go anyway. So instead of coming clear across town, weighing, and then go to Peterson, they have the option. So if they would like to come, I think it's going to be cheaper, they can come and weigh and go. If not.
Okay, so it really won't change the fee for those that want to weigh, because it's less.
Well, the ones that want to weigh, it goes from $38 a ton to $40 a ton.
Yeah.
So it's a $2 increase a ton.
And your reason is to round them up?
Yes,
Or, I mean,
yeah.
just so
Yeah, and most of these are just rounded up so that they're even numbers, easier to calculate. They're not
easier to make change at the window.
if we do that, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that was probably the most substantial, was the mixed load one going to Peterson Hill. And then the change, and then the inert material change for 10-wheeler or larger, we changed that.
Now run us through the reasoning and
I think
the
part of it
options.
is trying to extend the life of hatch pit for this inert material, making sure we describe what inert material is. We had a potential project that was looking at 600 dump truck full of material, and if that all goes out to hatch pit, it decreases the life. So we put in here that it could have projects with over 5 loads may be diverted to an alternative location. And if it's truly inert material, and we think we have a location where we can put this material that it's not going to impact the life of hatch.
Define inert.
And there is concrete, concrete with rebar, bricks,
Yeah.
what else?
Asphalt,
Asphalt,
you know, large rock, anything, you know, if we get mixed material that has some dirt and some smaller rock in it, we can use that for intermediate cover on the hatch, in the hatch pit. But that, we're talking big, you know, big rock like they're bringing off of the river project, that stuff is pretty good size, so. And if they demo a building, then a lot of that's gonna have rebar, cinder block, that kind of stuff. We can divert that and, put it in a separate pit. And then we'll try to prolong the agony out to the hatch pit a little more.
The agony.
The life.
You love your job, huh? Okay, yeah, any others?
you've got some tires, there's small increases on there just because it's costing us more to deal with them and more to have them hauled off. Like the moto tire goes from $2 to $3, auto tire from 3 to 5, truck tires from 6 to 10. Some of those farm tires from 25 to 50. It's costing us a substantial amount to get those tires out of the facility. And what we had with that 3 to 5 year inspection and making sure we try to comply with the DEQ regulations.
And that's also, we checked with other landfills around us and we compared our prices to theirs. And so we moved our prices so that we're more in check, I guess, or with them, so that people aren't coming here and dropping their tires off because it's cheaper.
From
So
other counties?
Madison and Jefferson and Bingham County, we checked with those 3 counties. We moved, these proposed fees are moved to be more comparable to them. And the same with the air conditioners, there's an increase in the AC, but that also, we did comparisons between our county and these other counties, and so they charge that much. So to keep us from getting that influctuation of those type of materials out of these other counties, we moved our prices up so they're comparable.
Yeah, cause we built a facility there that you can evacuate the freon,
Yes.
right? And this funds that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then kind of the same thing with the grass is, it was more in line with other counties and what they're doing around us. So we didn't want to have a lot of the out of county ones dropping off of here because it was cheaper here versus others.
Okay, questions by the commissioners?
Well, I'd like to go back to the per load, the $200 per load for a mixed load versus the $40 per ton. How big a loads do you get? Because 5 ton, would be 5 ton, then would put you at the $200.
Yeah.
They can choose whichever, so if they bring in a 10-wheeler load or a semi-load that's carrying 40,000 pounds, it's only $200.
That's
Carrying
the way
20
it's set up
ton.
right now.
I guess I'm having a hard time understanding that.
Well, no, if they bring in,
If they didn't want to weigh and they took it directly up there,
yeah,
it would be $200.
yeah.
But if they bring in a 20-ton load, it's only $200.
If they don't weigh it. And that's.
And it's, you can't force them to weigh it? I mean, I'm looking out for the county side of it.
Right. I think there's gotta be a little bit of discretion there about whether we make them weigh it or not. Most of this was about some of those loads that we know we don't want to have to weigh, because of smells and other odors and stuff, things like that.
Help me understand that, because I don't understand. What harm is it to run a smelly load over the scale? Is it your operator in the scale, or?
Well, I'll let Blair answer that, so.
Yeah, I mean, you throw a dead cow in a trailer and you run it to the transfer station at 100 degrees, and that cow pulls on that scale. Not only is the goo running out of the trailer, but the gal in the building is gagging, so.
Okay,
It's just to try to keep that material from going. Honestly, a lot of these loads are directed towards PSI, Eagle Rock, and the city, because they have a lot of containers that they set out for, that aren't they don't have a fee assessed to them. And they have so they put them out as temporaries. And they set them out there and they explain to the people what needs to go into them, but the people don't listen and they just fill them. So they mix the household with the construction, and so then we can't take it at the hatch pit, we can't take it in the transfer station, so it has to go to Peterson. So this is more targeted for those loads, I guess.
And most of those loads will probably be under 5 tons.
oh, they
Yeah.
would be, okay.
Define goo.
Define goo?
You don't have to.
Raise cattle, I know what you're talking.
Yeah,
Maybe he should be a legislator.
you know what goo is, yeah.
Evidently, there's a
The
couple of
byproduct.
piles of goo up Sunnyside Road before you get to Peterson landfill off the side of the road that you might be able to go take a look at.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
And maybe, I don't know, do we need to look at that? What do you think, George? Do
it
we
concerns
do
me
we
that you'll
change
get-
that up? The problem is, and I direct this to the city again, because this is going to impact them the most, but for him to have to come from the base of Sunnyside Hill all the way to the transfer station to weigh and then go back to Peterson.
Yeah,
you don't have a scale at Peterson.
No, and so we have to use the transfer station. So we were trying to give them an option, kind of an out, but I see your point. If we give them the 200 a load on that type of material, we could get hit with a,
It's
With
it's
a
not a very
very-
big load to be 5 ton.
no.
Probably not, no. And-
Now, the
and it's
majority of loads like the city brings, PSI, Eagle Rock, those loads are fluffy. I mean, they're, they got pallets mixed
So,
in with
Most
household.
of the time, the people who are looking to do this call the transfer station and say, hey, I've got a mixed load of something or other. And this gives us, I think the ladies who answer the phone and ask questions about this is if they've got a big load of a mixed load type of thing, they can say, you're gonna have to come to the transfer station and weigh.
If we start, yeah, I mean, if we start getting a lot of heavy loads, it
Right,
would
but
pay
you-
to put a scale up there.
we, if we're gonna adjust that fee, we have to re-advertise. So I would recommend if we're gonna consider this, we do it at this, and then, take a look at it for when we set budgets,
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Commissioner Walker, I see you're on there. Do you have any questions?
Well, I was wondering if we could define fluffy for me.
A lot of plastics, a lot of cardboard, household trash, things of those
Yeah.
natures. Throw in a tire or two. I mean, it just, we all try to do the best that we can, and I'm not picking on the city. They just happen to be here, so you gotta jab them a little bit. But these guys set these cans out there, and they explain to these people what need to go in these cans. But they just, I mean, if they're
They get
like
filled.
remodeling or whatever, I mean, it's all gonna come. And so, no matter how enforceful I think they are, they're still going to get these mixed cans. And so this was kind of designed around that.
Right. I think we had asked you to, when you were in last time, to round these to an even number, so appreciate you doing that.
Okay. Any other questions or explanations? Okay, we'll open it to the public testimony. I see a couple people here, and apparently you're from the city of Idaho Falls. If you wish to testify, grab a chair here. We've got.
No, we're just
Oh.
here to see, because most likely it's just a pass-through fee for us. So our
Okay.
interest is in what the fees might be when they go into effect.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Hearing no other public testimony, we'll close the hearing to public testimony, and it's open for a motion.
So in the advertisement, we specifically did not include a effective date, because we don't wanna
Right.
necessarily make it
That would be as
seem
part
like
of
a
the motion.
foregone, yeah. So we do need an effective date as part of the
How
motion.
soon can you make it happen? I mean, we could do it right away, right?
First of the month?
Yeah,
I mean, that's typically what we try to do, is go to the first of the next month, so, and that allows them to give a little bit of information out and notify people too.
Yeah. And the city and PSI and those people have to make adjustments to their fees in order to offset the change, obviously. So,
Okay.
and first of the month would give them time to do that. That's
Yeah.
only a week
Can you do
away
it
or
in a
so.
month?
I think we
Okay.
So if we figured the 1st of May,
First of May or first April?
we're in the end of March.
March, yeah.
First April.
Can you do it by the 1st of April?
Sure. Gotta get city council going, but I think we can do it.
It's either April Fools or May Day.
There you go.
Well, based on that, I make a motion that we approve the increase in fees as outlined and presented, and published in the paper, and we make it effective April 1 of this year.
Commissioner Walker?
I'd second that motion.
Okay. No further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, carry on,
Thank you.
my wayward son.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Just see you.
Thanks.
See ya.
Commissioners, have a good day.
Thank
too.
you.
Okay, what do we have next?
We have a request for you to sign the notice of public hearing for a vacation of a part of a subdivision.
Telford Park, Division 2. First and second amended plats.
So you're telling me I should bring my mixed material from my basement before April?
Better hurry.
Hearing on April 19th. I mean, are you okay with that date?
With me, yeah.
Sure. Okay. John will be back from Mexico, but then, so.
I might not be if I was him.
Yeah, I know,
I
you're missing
wouldn't
all
be.
the snow, John.
Yeah, did you get snow again yesterday?
About 6 inches here. I'm sure you got a foot up in Swan Valley.
There's no snow down there on the beach?
I talked to Bruce Pickett, and he said they had about the same amount of snow in Swan Valley as we
Oh,
had
really?
here, so. Yeah, snow on the beach.
Yeah.
Well, they're getting it in California. occasionally.
Hey, turn that off. We don't want to see that.
Poor
Okay,
guy.
Brian, can you
Can I block?
block him from the meeting? Okay, what's next?
So we had a Wolf Creek number 4 on the agenda, but evidently they're past their date and they have to go back to get authorization from the planning and zoning. So it will be on
Hello?
a future application or a future agenda.
Yeah, Road and Bridge. I'll call you right back. It's all right. Okay, bye.
And then I would like to show you some pictures. Well, these are, I mean, it's just 3 pictures.
Okay.
Okay, let me guess, because of the seam down there, that's out there by Amazon.
No,
Oh,
Oh,
this is not out by Amazon, this is a different place.
or-
So, it is the stretch of roadway that, for the meatpacking plant, that Vandersloot paved without any plans and without any, improvement drawings that were run through us. They just went out and paved to their meatpacking plant, and it was falling apart.
Turn that
Didn't
into-
we-
turn that into a cash road.
That was public roadway. I mean, didn't he get,
He didn't get any permissions, he didn't have any plans. he came in here and complained with the county commissioners about needing to get a building permit and needing to do it, and he was gonna do a good job and go out there, and they put asphalt over the top of the existing gravel road without basically any prep. And this is what's happening.
They never seal coated it.
They never seal coated it, they never did anything to it. I mean, they're not even in full operation yet, I don't believe.
No, they are.
They are not.
USDA gave them approval about 3 weeks ago. They've been running.
Could we accept the road?
We did not accept the road per se, because he never got any permission to do the road. There was never anything there.
Have we given them the final CO, Austin?
I think we have, yeah. I'll have to look. It might still be a temp, but I'm pretty sure it's final.
Too bad.
I don't remember any complaining to get a building permit that allowed, that we approved a road that we didn't even,
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Okay. I can look back through and it probably is not directly in the minutes like that, but I can find out when you were notified that
I know
they
we
were
came
just
in
gonna
and talked
do
about it,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
It's
Steve was
been a
still
couple of
here,
years
so
ago.
I remember us being thrilled that he was gonna pave that road.
That's what I remember. I remember hearing that he paved a couple of miles of road and given it to the county, and that was a really nice thing.
Yeah, I don't remember us ever even considering that something else should have been done. Which
Well,
is,
We did have that discussion, and I asked you at the time, it's like, shouldn't we receive a set of improvement drawings for this? Shouldn't they go through the process of getting the roadway designed and approved and built to county standards? And it wasn't.
I'm a blank.
I am too. I don't remember that part of it. I just remember us being thrilled that we were getting that road done. I don't remember the discussion that it's not being done
Yeah,
correctly.
'cause, I mean, they had access on that road to be able to do it anyway.
So
It's
they
just that the
had,
improvement was
Yeah.
gonna be better than just jumping on that road and using it.
so it's not that I disagree that having a paved road out there is going to be an improvement for them. It's just, we didn't have any improvement drawings, we didn't have any say-so in how they were putting it down, we didn't have any acceptance criteria, and we don't have any warranty on it to go back to them and say it's falling apart.
Man, I don't remember that. Because, yeah, we should have. Are these all different spots?
They're along the same
These
stretch.
two look like the same spot.
And they were different pictures that were given to me, but I was told the whole portion of what was paved at the time is similar.
So who went out and had a look at this?
The road supervisor, Ken Ray,
Yeah, 'cause that's gonna fall together real fast if they don't get a
It's
seal
gonna
coat
fall
on
apart
it.
real fast. Yeah.
well, this alligator cracking right now,
You're gonna have
that,
to.
you have to
patch
take
it
that out and patch it back. I mean,
And then
it's,
seal coat it.
yeah,
How many miles is that? 2?
close to 2.
yeah, it's CO'd.
That wasn't, he didn't have to pay that to get the
No.
permit to build
No.
out there. And so it was
I
never,
don't think we made
it was
that
never a
condition of
question.
it.
Cause it's basically a farm operation for his own farm.
And that was part of that discussion as well. He didn't need to pave it in order to get going on it. but he's gonna offer to pave it, and I said, well, shouldn't we at least get an improvement drawing? Shouldn't we get some say so about how the road goes down, does it meet our standards?
Well, obviously we didn't. Where we are, we should go back and look at the records from the meeting when it was
Because
talked
I'm
about.
trying to remember that, he was selling to Batco, and was trying to
Yes.
do it before he
Yeah,
got the
that's
sale,
right.
okay.
He hurried it because he wanted the Patco to do it while he still owned the company.
I guess we can just meet with them and see if they're willing to participate in, because it's gonna affect them, more than anybody having that gravel part out to their place. If it falls apart, got potholes and everything else.
They don't have an alternate route to travel when that's closed for reconstruction.
Well,
No,
it
not to
looks,
get to the meat packing plant.
yeah, it looks like temporarily you could get out and patch the soft spots and put a seal coat on it. But if you don't get a seal coat, that spider crack is,
I'm not sure it's our responsibility. We didn't evidently do the due diligence that's usually required to inspect, get the improvement drawings. To me, that's not it's not county responsibility to fix that road.
Well, if you're not right, it was a gravel road. We had responsibility to maintain this gravel road.
yeah, because then the alternative is you let it fall apart and,
Have a gravel road.
a gravel road.
I personally have a hard time thinking they'll want it to go back to not being paved and fall apart. I think they're
I do
running so
too.
much traffic out of there that they're gonna want help to do something with
And
it.
that was the reason they volunteered to do it, because
Yeah.
of the wear and tear on their trucks and stuff, so I think we just sit down and try to work something out with them.
But my concern is it falling apart because the base wasn't adequate?
Partly.
Yeah.
And so this isn't just as simple as just fixing a pothole.
Yes, but.
This is what we've got on Panorama Hill,
Is, if it's in that kind of condition, you patch those, would it help to put another couple inch overlay on it, where the base seems to be a little
So
weak?
it will help, yes, but it doesn't necessarily fix the problem. Part of the problem is underlying base failure. So yeah, you can put a Band-Aid on top of it, and it is a Band-Aid, and it will function for longer, but it's still a Band-Aid.
I suggest we get Devin in here and sit down and have a,
Yeah.
he's so happy with us on the Amazon section
Gateway
of the road.
Drive, yeah.
But, it is important to them to have a good road, if we're.
And only them.
Only them.
There's nobody else out there.
And
Not
that's-
right now.
That's the discussion we need to have with them,
Yeah.
It's the type of thing, boy, I don't know how you go back and, sweeten up the base. Just have to excavate it
You
all.
have to excavate it out and redo it. That's what you end up doing, or you put more material on top of it.
Do we put load limits on this? You talked
They
about
put low limits on it the last couple of days. It hadn't been posted on Tuesday when they took these, or Monday afternoon when they took these pictures, so KR made them go out Tuesday and put them on.
Because that'll affect them too, when you talk to them. The load limit, you may not have to put them on if you go and sweeten up the base, but, a couple miles of a project like that would cost how much?
It'd probably be a few $100,000 to totally redo it, or to get it to a place where it's adequate enough. I mean, it's gonna be quite a bit of money.
I mean, I don't know, I look at that and think they've done that as such a flagship type facility. I mean, really no expense spared. I don't think they're gonna want a bad road out to there.
Yeah,
I think if you talk to Devin, they're gonna say, yeah, we need to fix it. What do we need to do? I don't
yeah,
know.
let's talk to him. That's about all you can do right now.
Okay,
I don't know, I don't see them having a ton of pushback on it just because of what their investment was on that.
okay. I'll try to get a hold of them and ask them to
Before
come
we
in.
get him in here.
Probably.
Yeah,
Get him in here next week.
Devin and see.
yeah, why don't one or both of you get hold of Devin and just kind of see what it is and tell them what you're recommending, and then
Okay.
if they're not happy with it, they're welcome to meet with the commissioners.
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay,
If you need some backup, I'll be happy to help.
okay. I'll call Devin and talk to him.
You just do it with a bigger smile like you do everything. Okay, what else?
I think you had some findings of fact.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. At 10:30, I don't, is anybody out there? I don't see anybody out there. I didn't think anybody was coming. So we've got,
Did you review, John, the proposed findings? He's gotta get the
He's out
beach
on the
towel
beach.
laid
Yeah, I
back
was gonna
down.
say, headed out to the beach.
so we've got the one.
Yeah, sorry, the waiter was bringing me a, virgin daiquiri, so.
We've got
Okay,
the
you
one
can mute
for,
him.
Yes, I did, thank you.
2MB, which is the one that's on the corner of, right there by Country Corner. And I sent these to you guys. I don't know if you want me to, if you had any questions in reviewing them, or if you had a chance to review them.
I've had a chance to review
I
them.
read through them both this morning.
Did you have any?
Yes, I
concerns?
read
I
through them the other day.
Okay, we have a motion?
You want to do them one at a time? or-
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the first one's 2MB.
Yeah, so I'd make a motion that we approve the 2MB findings and facts just as written.
Have a second?
I would second that motion.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
And then the next one that we have is the one on, for Cromwell Trust out there by Gateway Drive. The version I sent you, there was a couple of slight wording changes in the type 1 and type 2 spot zoning section that I worked through with Weston this morning, but nothing that significantly changed the meaning of it. And I don't know if you had any questions on that one.
We had quite a few conditions on that one. I guess they were all in line with what typically done, and the developer is aware of those.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, so the conditions that are listed there, and then in working with Weston, I was kind of talking to him about how the conditions have been listed. And he thought it was good to put them in the actual decision at the end, saying you have to comply with these things just so they're easier to go back and look at than in the middle of the document. So the ones that are at the end are the same as the ones in the middle. It was just kind of a formatting thing that Weston thought was helpful.
Did that
So
include that requirement by Idaho Falls to extend that walking path on Sunnyside?
no, they didn't give us any comments on it, so.
They told the developer in a meeting that
Yeah.
they were gonna have to.
And that's on their side, cause they've gotta do that thing with that side of the road anyways that runs along Ryder Park, so
Yeah,
they'll
that's
have to
it.
work that out with the
that part's out of
developer.
our jurisdiction,
So,
because
Okay,
Ryder Park is in the city.
Ryder
Yeah.
Park is, but they wanted it to extend across Sunnyside all the way.
We never got any request or anything officially from the city, so we
from
can't
Candy, so
consider
it's
it on
not
this.
officially in the document,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
I did it, and just to clarify on that point, I did address in here, and you probably saw that it's in the area of impact, that the city was notified. We
did see
received
that.
no
I saw
comment
that.
from them, just so if they try to come back and say something, I can pull this out and say, well, look, here's the process that
Right.
happened, so.
I make a motion we approve the Cromwell Trust.
Okay, Do you have a second?
I'd second the motion.
Put your straw down and
I need to sign that.
will we use your stamp on these, Joan?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, anything else?
Nope, that's all I had on those. I know that the Cromwell property, they're excited to get going on that. I was talking to them again yesterday and they're putting together some preliminary development plans, so it could be good.
Well, let's end the meeting,
Okay.
at least the recording.